Hello. Uh, Hi. Welcome to the channel. This is a video idea that I've never done before, and I thought it would be cool. I like to do stuff that I've never done before on the channel, and it's a review kinda slash reaction to the brand new Rick Grimes set that was just added to Fortnite. Because I have a couple of issues with it, but I really like it at the same time. Well, as you can see, this was what they added, right? Here, I'll look in the locker just because it'll be easier. This style of Rick, this is my favorite style. Right, this is the style that I like Rick the most. It's his murder coat. Rick was the coolest in the show when he looked like this. He was just so badass and cool. Right? Okay. So we got this. This happens to be my third favorite way Rick looked in the show. If I'm not mistaken, this is season 7 or 8. He wore like the grayish blue shirt. Now my second favorite is how he looked in season 3, where he kind of looked just like this, but he had like the beige tan shirt instead. Now my issue with this is they teased the hat. They teased Rick Grimes' hat, but they didn't put it in an outfit. That's a little weird. If I could have done this differently, I would have replaced this style with that style. Even though I like this style better than the Sheriff Rick, I still think that, I wouldn't have blue balled the fans, and I would have added that outfit in the game. So that is that. The Sheriff back bling, cool, very cool. There's one thing that I could have thought of that would be better than this. I'll get to that in a second though. That's it. It's got the OG pump down there, it looks like. It's cool. I do like it. This, I got a couple issues with this. This is cool. The Walker Club, keep them back. Very cool. It's very big. I'm not showing it in the game because I'm just doing this real quick video. It just came out. I want to get the video out while like this is still fresh. It came out last night at 8. It's huge. This was during season 9 after the time skip. I know like me and a bunch of people thought it was Lucille at first because it's kind of similar to a baseball bat. But it's just a little lackluster. Hello, this is Editing Chris. I wanted to point out real quick that I forgot to mention in this video that the outfit that Rick was in when he used this melee weapon, it was not in the game. So that's another thing that I have an issue. Like the previous picture before, he had like short hair and a beard. That outfit is not in the game, so they added a melee weapon for an outfit that's not in the game. That's another little nitpick. Most of the weapons in the show are almost like a character of their own. Like Michonne's katana, it's just like in the forefront so many times. Like you see it, you're like, ah, that's Michonne's katana. She's got to get it back. Stuff like that. Daryl's crossbow, Rick's revolver, Negan's Lucille. Obviously, that's probably the biggest one. Now I think that they could have did, because at one point Rick has a hatchet. Right? And he used that a lot, especially when he looked like this. When Rick looked like this, he had a hatchet, but he also had a red machete. Now there was a big moment in the show, season 5, where he like killed a bunch of people with the red machete. I think that this should have been a red machete. Like, a red machete, it's got like a red handle. Big machete. They have like an animation in Save the World where you just hold like one weapon in your hand and it's kind of like a shoo shoo shoo. I don't know how to explain. I could show it, but I'm lazy. I might show it in editing. I don't know. But they could have did that. And then that could also be the back bling. I like this, but if they had this, the melee weapon as the red machete, then maybe made the red machete his back bling, and then he could take it off of his back. Now this one I probably have the most problem with. This is a cool glider, very cool. I do like it a lot. However, Rick Grimes, this guy right here, this man right here, was not in the show at all when this happened. When this crashed in the woods, that was during the Whisperer arc. The Whisperers were a threat, they were dangerous. Rick Grimes was not in the show when that happened, so it's kinda, it's a little lame, because I could think of something that's way better. The CRM helicopter. The thing that came and picked Rick up and at the end of his appearance in the show, a helicopter came down, picked him up, and they went. That would have been a lot better. It's a helicopter. It's got like 3 little white rings on the side. That just makes more sense because he actually used that. You know, he actually used that. So it's a little weird that they chose this, even though it's cool. Now I think that the reason why they didn't do a helicopter is because I believe that they already have a helicopter glider for like one of the military skins. So it would have looked too similar to that, and they probably didn't want to make fans mad in that way. Like, oh, we already have a helicopter, you're giving us another helicopter? But I don't know, Fortnite does do that sometimes where they release a skin that's very similar to the other one. I guess just this wasn't the case. And that's another reason why I don't think that they added the Sheriff Rick, is because it would have looked too much like the Sheriff from Stranger Things. It would have been pretty similar. It would have been a very similar skin. But I think it could have worked. But overall, I really like it because I'm a big fan. You know what I mean? Like, it's Rick Grimes. I got 3 of my top 5 favorite characters from my favorite show in a game that I really like to play. That's sick. Daryl, my first favorite. Rick, my second favorite. Negan is actually my third favorite. Then Michonne and Carol. So if they add Negan and Carol, I don't think they would add Carol because Carol's cool and she's popular, but she's not, you know what I mean? She's not Daryl, Michonne, Rick, Negan popular. But if they add, I was really hoping that they would do Negan and Rick. They would bring Negan and Rick at the same time. You know, because they did 2 here, and then when these came out around the same time as the first Street Fighter skins, and then they released 2 more Street Fighter skins. I was hoping that they would release 2 more Walking Dead skins together. But fingers crossed. I'm sure that they will add Negan. He's very popular. Fortnite likes to, you know, add stuff. They might stretch it out. There's a couple of cards for the Halloween teasers that people are thinking that haven't come out yet because they're supposed to be like 16 or something like that, but we only see 14. Maybe he's in there. Maybe they're saving the second half of the collab for later this Halloween. I don't think so. I think it'll be, a little while from now, maybe 2 seasons, maybe when the show comes back on, because the show just went off, and it comes back February 20th. Maybe around there they'll bring Negan. And obviously if they bring Negan, they gotta have the leather jacket, the red scarf, Lucille. Lucille as the melee and Lucille as the back bling. And then for Negan, they don't have to do a glider. But maybe they can think of something. Maybe they could do the helicopter then, even though it wouldn't make sense. And it kind of wouldn't make sense, because Negan did kind of like have a little thing with the helicopter at one point. He like saw it in the air. Yeah. So that's my little thing. My issues with it. Cause I'm a big Walking Dead fan, and I've seen a bunch of videos already where people are like confused. Like some people, like Tabor Hill, he's a big Fortnite guy. He said he was a big Walking Dead fan. He's seen every episode. But obviously I'm a nerd. I'm a Walking Dead nerd. I'm a huge fan. He thought that this was just made up. He thought that this melee weapon was just made up. Yeah, he's a cool dude and all. I'm not trying to send hate, but I knew where this was from. So when he said that, I was like, this is so aggravating. I was like, I just gotta tell him. I just gotta let him know where it's from. But okie dokie.